You said that you always arrange the time after you go to school. Arrange time, okay, it's like, okay, you are gonna arrange the right time for studying, or arrange time for games playing, or arrange time for relaxation, arrange time for eating. That is called arrange. So here, show me, okay, your daily route, okay, your daily routine. What do you usually do at home, V, please? What do you usually do at home?
I usually do my homework and eating.
Just we shouldn't use verbing like this because whenever you use verbing, it's about what is happening right now. You said that eating, it means that right now you are eating, you are not studying. Don't use verbing. Don't use verbing. Use a normal verb to talk about daily activities. Do you understand? So you arrange time. Okay, it's here. Okay, who helps you to arrange time for studying? Arrange time is like you are gonna think about how you spend your time in a week. You are gonna spend Monday, Wednesday, Friday on studying, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday on playing games or learning, okay, how to play sports. So that is about arranging time. What about John, please? Do you show me a case in which you arrange time and what do you spend time on doing? Let's go. So show me the case, please.
I
Can you
arrange,
speak louder?
I arrange time after.
We don't say that I arrange time after. For example, for me, okay, I arrange time for me, okay, to have English classes. Like I arrange time, okay, for student A to study with me on Monday, but I also arrange time to teach student B on Tuesday. So you arrange time, okay, to do what? You arrange time. How do you arrange time? Because that I arrange time, okay, on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or I arrange time on Monday because Monday is very crazy. I have lots of things to do on Monday, so I have to arrange time on Monday. I have lots of things to do. I don't know when to start, when to end. All right, when to study, okay, when to relax. So that is why I have to arrange time. Do you understand? So what about Cham? Okay, Cham. Okay, show me the case in which you have to arrange time for studying, and for hanging out with your friends and for eating. Show me. Let's go.
If my friends invite me to go out, I will arrange the time to study or play with my friends.
Very good, right? Very good. If your friends invite you to go out, you will arrange the time to hang out with your friends. We use the word hang out with friends. We don't use play with friends. Play with your toy. You play with a toy. You play with a ball. You play badminton. You play football. That is play. But when you talk about friends, you are gonna use the word hang. I hang out with my friends. I go out with my friends. We don't say play with friends. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. I play toys with my friends. It's okay to play what with who. So what about breakfast? Where do you usually have breakfast? And you prefer home cooked breakfast or takeaway breakfast? V first, please. Where do you usually have breakfast? And what kind of breakfast do you prefer for yourself? Home cooked, homemade breakfast or takeaway breakfast? Let's go. Show me, please.
I will make my food at home and
You said that you make your food at home. It means you cook your food or people cook food for you. You said that you make your food at home. And how do you arrange time, okay, to make breakfast? How do you arrange time to make breakfast? How do you arrange time to make breakfast? When do you start to get up? When do you start, okay, to to cook? When do you start to eat? That is about arranging time. How do I arrange time, okay, to teach? I will start okay my day at 11 p.m. for example. I wake up very late in the morning at 11 p.m. and then I'm gonna start to have my late breakfast and have some coffee. All right. After that, I'm gonna teach my students in a class. That is me arranging time for my coffee, for my breakfast, and for my class. So how do you arrange time? Do you know? Don't we please show me the case.
Uh, I arrange time by 1 hour to cook my breakfast and eat it in 30 minutes. Then I go to school and study with my friends.
Then you go, okay. Then you go study with your friend. Then I go study with my friend. Friend is right. People say that I arrange 1 hour. I arrange 1 hour to study. I arrange 1 hour to cook. We don't say arrange 1 hour to cook. You should say that I spend 1 hour on cooking. I arrange time, okay, to cook, to eat, to study, to work. But I spend 1 hour on cooking. I spend 30 minutes on studying. I spend okay 15 minutes on okay on the uh, on the showering. You spend time on doing something, but you arrange time to do something. Arrange time, but don't say arrange okay like this. For example, you can say that I arrange okay the time for me to cook. I will spend 1 hour on cooking, so that I have to find okay time for me to cook. Do you understand? Alright, so what about Jung and Tom? Okay, where do you usually go to have breakfast?
I usually have breakfast in the living room.
Right? You say that you usually have breakfast in the living room. You have breakfast in the living room. Are you sure? And what do you usually do in the living room? Like, you do you watch movies? Do you okay, read books? Do you read stories? Or do you hang out? Do you invite friends okay, to come over at your house? So what do you usually do in the living room?
I usually watch TV and read comics in the living room.
Comic or comic?
Comic.
Do you read comics, Thảo không?
COM.
And show me.
IC.
Yes. Can you show me a full sentence? We cannot answer in short like this. The question is very long. Like, what kind of comic book do you read? You should answer like I read. Don't just show the word like this. So, what kind of comic book do you read, and where do you buy? Where do you buy the comic? What kind of comic book do you read? Do you read comic books?
Yes.
Yes, what? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Or yes, I have. No, I don't have. Can you show me the full answer? Don't answer in short like this.
Yes, I do.
And what kind of comic book do you read? Do you remember the name of the comic book that you are reading?
I read a comic book is Doraemon.
I read a comic book is Doraemon. Can we use is with an action verb? You said that I read comic book is Conan, is Doraemon. I read comic book is Doraemon is right. Trong một câu cho tiếng Anh đâu bây giờ mà có từ read là hành động và có động từ to be ở phía sau đâu. Không bao giờ một câu nói trong tiếng Anh vừa có hành động mà vừa có động từ to be hết. Giống như là tôi đi siêu thị rất là vui đi. I go to the supermarket, I'm very happy, được không? Hay là cô ấy đi siêu thị rất là thú vị. She goes to the supermarket. She goes to the supermarket is very interested. Có được không? Trong một câu không bao giờ có động từ và hành động, giống như là I read a comic book is Doraemon. Như vậy read là động từ đọc rồi, và còn có am is are phía sau nữa, nó có it's not right. So I read a comic book and that is Conan and that comic book is Doraemon. Do you understand? You need to make two sentences to express your idea. Do you get what I say? Alright, and what do you want to do on the weekend? What do you want to do on the weekend, Davi, please?
I want to go to the mall and
The mall? We don't have the mall. How do you pronounce the word mall? Do you know how to pronounce the word mall? Say it again, please.
I I I want to go to the mall with my friends and buy something.
Yes, you said that you want to go to the mall. Mall, okay, with your friends and you want to buy something. Uh, do you go somewhere on this, okay, on lunar Tet, on lunar Tet holiday? Do you go anywhere on lunar Tet holiday, John, please?
Yes, I go to Beijing to visit
And
my
whose hometown is it?
parents.
You talk about Nha Trang, right? And whose hometown is it? Is that your
It's
father's
my
hometown?
father's hometown.
All right. And how many days will you spend on this vacation?
I spent on 10 days.
You spend on 10 or you spend 10 days on?
I spent on 10 days.
No. How do you fix her sentence? Do you have any ideas, guys? Yes, please fix it.
I spent 10 days on holiday.
10 day or 10 days.
I spent 10 days on holiday.
All right. And what do you do in Nha Trang? What do you usually do in Nha Trang, and what time do you usually wake up when you are in Nha Trang?
I usually wake up in 6 a.m.
Can we use in to talk about the time, guys?
No,
So how do you fix her sentence, Fee?
I go to the park at 6 a.m.
She doesn't talk about the park. When you fix her sentence, you have to be accurate. Yes, please.
I usually get up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, she is talking about getting up. She is talking about waking up. Do you understand? When you fix her sentence, you have to keep her idea. Don't change her idea. Do you understand? She says, okay, she gets up at 6 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. All right? And do you like waking up early in the morning, guys?
Yes.
And how is the weather in Nha Trang?
The weather in Nha Trang is cold.
And do you want to go to Nha Trang beach?
Yes, I do.
And what do you usually do on the beach?
I usually build a castle by sand.
Yes, very good. So what about okay, guys? What about you guys? Where do you go on Tet holiday? The way, please. This is lunar Tet holiday. Lunar means Vietnamese Tet holiday, Chinese Tet holiday. They call it Chinese Tet or Vietnamese Tet. We use the word lunar. Can you spell lunar? Yes. Spell it, please.
Lunar.
Very good. Lunar. So here, what do you usually do on lunar Tet holiday?
I usually make luncheon with my grandparents.
And do you make that kind of traditional cake in Saigon or in your hometown?
In my hometown.
And where is your hometown?
My hometown is called Củ.
Right. Okay. And how long does it take you to travel from Saigon to your hometown?
That 1 to 2 hours.
Oh, it's gonna take you from 1 to 2 hours. Very nice. And if it takes you from 1 to 2 hours, which transport do you choose? Which transport do you choose to go from Saigon to Củ?
I often go to Củ by car.
You said that you use cars to travel to Kochi. Very nice. What about your family? Why don't your family spend Tet holiday in Saigon? Why don't your family spend Tet holiday in Saigon?
Because it's Saigon.
In Saigon.
Because in Saigon doesn't have enough.
But here, guys, we cannot use in and have like this. For example, I say that in a room has many students. Can I say something like this? In a room has many students. That is Vietnamese. That is not English. We should say in a room there are many students. There are many students. In the room, there is one picture. In a place there is. In a place there are. We don't use have and has with in. Do you understand? I have a phone call. For example, you have something. For example, you say you have something. She has something. But if you want to use in at the beginning of your sentence, you should say that inside the house I can see some people. Or inside the house there are some people. We use in and then there is. We don't use in, have. In Vietnamese you can say that ở trong nhà có. That is Vietnamese, ở trong nhà có. Trong tiếng Anh, ở một cái nơi nào đó. Tự nhiên cái in supermarket has food. Có nói được gì không? Có dùng động từ, có dùng hành động đứng sau mà một cái nơi không? Tự nhiên in supermarket has a lot of food. Is it right? Right or wrong? Wrong. In a supermarket has a lot of food. Mất tập trung đó. Mất tập trung nên lúc nào cũng muốn nghĩ nó khác biệt hết đó. Tập trung lại. Học chậm nhớ cơ đấy. Trong cái nơi chốn in, on, at. In nơi nào đó không bao giờ dùng có như người Việt Nam. Người Việt Nam nói là trong nhà có nhiều người. Trong trường có nhiều giáo viên. Trong siêu thị có nhiều đồ ăn. Đó là Việt Nam. Việt Nam nói dùng từ trong, dùng từ ở, sau đó dùng từ có. Luôn luôn là vậy. Đó là Việt Nam. Nhưng cái đó là Việt Nam. Cái này nó sai ngữ pháp của tiếng Anh rồi. Trong tiếng Anh nó dùng ở trong nhà có, không bao dùng từ có là have và has. Cứ thấy ở trong mà dùng từ có thì đằng sau từ ở trong đó phải dùng từ there is, there are. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, alright. Okay, so here we have a park near our house. So did you guys spend time in the park? Did you guys spend time in the park?
Yes.
And what do you usually do in the park? Especially on that Lunar New Year? People sell lots of flowers, beautiful flowers, lots of fruits in the park. So do you visit the park near our house? So show me, first, Thảo Hân, please, what do you do in the park and who do you go to the park with?
I see some beautiful flowers and then my family go to the park together.
You said that you and your family go to the park together. And can you tell me the time? Some people here will go to the park some people here go to the park very early. They go to the park at 3:30 a.m. or 4 a.m.
4
Yeah, but it is very, very nice. When you go to the park early like this, you can still feel the fresh air in the park. Yeah, in the morning, lots of fresh air, and you can exercise in the park. So what about you? Can you show me? Do you ever go to the park so early like this, and how do you feel when you go to the park in the early morning?
I go to the park in the early morning and I feel the weather is cold and
I feel the weather is cold. Is it right? Feel is an action. I feel the weather is cold. Is it right? Is it a right sentence, guys? Can you fix your sentence? Feel là hành động. Trong một câu hành động chủ động vị đằng sau lại có am is are nữa được không? I feel the weather is cold. Muốn đằng sau hành động có một cái câu phải có từ that trong tiếng Anh. Nhớ từ that không? I feel that the weather is cold. Muốn ở phía sau có một cái câu thì cái hành động đầu tiên chủ động vị, chủ động xong that, xong bắt đầu mình bắt đầu chủ động vị khác. Như vậy I feel that the weather is very cold. Do you understand? Yeah, show me more.
I feel that the weather is cold, and when I go to the park, I see many people, and they're running around the park and do some exercise.
Yes, they run around the park and they do some exercise. And why don't you guys work out in the park? Do you guys work out in the park? Instead of using do exercise, we can say work out. I do exercise. People don't understand what kind of exercise are you doing. Are you doing school exercise? Or are you doing physical exercise? Do you remember the word physical? PE class, physical exercise. So you should say that I do physical exercise or I do my school exercise. It's different, all right? So here, did you guys work out in the park? We use the word work out. The same as do physical exercise. I do physical exercise or I work out. Do you understand? So let's go. Okay, do you work out in the park? Show me. Let's go with Jung first.
I sometimes work out with my dad in the park.
You say you sometimes work out with your friends at the park. Show me more. When you start to talk, you should show people a case. Do you remember the word case? Can you tell me the Vietnamese meaning of case? Case, not view. Yes. What does it mean? Yes, alright, case. C-A-S-E. A case. A vase. Do you know a vase? People grow flowers on plants in a vase. Huh? Very good. But if you say cái bình, people are gonna misunderstand the meaning. Very good, right? Cái bình, that is a bottle. Cái chậu, that is a vase in English. V-A-S-E. So when people ask you a very simple question, like why don't you exercise in the park? You should show a case. Don't just answer like, oh, I don't exercise in the park because I am very sleepy. Don't answer so short like this. You need to create a case like a story. You have to tell people, why don't you exercise in the park? Why do you always feel sleepy? Do you have a bad hobby or a good hobby? Or do you have a bad habit of sleeping? Some people sleep too much. They sleep, they sleep they sleep a whole morning away. Sleep the morning away, it means you sleep the whole morning. And then you wake up in the afternoon. That is the way for you to use the word sleep away. For example, I love sleeping. And sometimes I am so bored, I am so stressed. I don't want to do anything. I go out and drink coffee in the Ulu, that is a new coffee shop in our neighborhood. And then sometimes I don't want to go anywhere. I just work on the computer. And then I go with my students to Tân Sơn Nhất Airport. And when I come back home, I don't want to do anything. I just sleep. And I choose to sleep my day away. Sleep a day away. How do you understand this part? If I say I sleep my day away, what do I mean? Very good. Ngủ bỏ luôn cả ngày, ngủ bỏ luôn cái gì đó là away. I go away, tôi sẽ bỏ đi. I will stay away from you, tôi sẽ tránh bạn ra. Vậy ngủ luôn cả ngày, sleep away cái gì đấy. I sleep some people say that they sleep their life away. Ngủ cả cuộc đời, ngủ bỏ luôn cuộc đời đấy. You sleep your morning away, ngủ bỏ luôn cả buổi sáng. Buổi sáng nó khác với bữa sáng, right? Bữa sáng that is breakfast. Còn buổi sáng that is morning, right? Okay, so guys. So here, okay guys, what do you do? What do you do to make your day interesting? Jump please. What do you do to make your life interesting? Show me. Show me the case.
I will.
You should think about entertainment. Yes.
I will play with my family to make me feel better.
You say that you will hang out with your family, okay, to make you feel much better. I understand, but here you should start to talk about how you hang out with your family. Where do you want to hang out with your family? And how much time do you want to spend with your family? You have to be more detailed in the way that you speak. Do you understand? So what about Thảo Hoàng? Okay, what do you usually do to spend your day in a good way?
I spent 3 days.
What does it mean 3 days? What do you do to spend your day, in a good way? What do you do to spend your day in a good way? Do you understand the word spend a day? Mình làm gì? What do you do to spend a day? Để tận dụng cái ngày đó, để sử dụng cái ngày đó. Sử dụng mà dành cho thời gian là spend. Tận dụng mà dành cho thời gian và tiền bạc là spend. Còn use là sử dụng dành cho đồ vật. So what do you do to spend your day in a good way? I am asking about a day, or am I asking about 3 days? Gia Hân, Thảo Hân, please. What do you do to spend your day, okay, in a good way?
I spend hang out with my family.
You said that you spend hang out with your family. You spend what? Spend how much time on doing something? Spend money on doing something. Spend time on doing something. So show me your answer again, please. What do you do?
I spend a good day to hang out with my family.
You said that you spend a good day to hang out with your family. That is wrong. You spend time on doing something. Do you understand? I spend 2 hours on studying English. I don't say I spend 2 hours on study English. I spend 2 hours to study English. Wrong. Spend time on verb in. Spend time on verb in. Fix the sentence, please.
I spend 2 hours to playing with my family.
To playing is right. Spend time on verb in hay là spend time to verb in?
I spend 2 hours on playing with my family.
What else do you do? You said that you spend 2 hours on playing with on hanging out with your family. What do you do to hang out with your family? What do you do when you hang out with your family?
I hang out with my family.
But what do you do when you hang out with your family? Can you show her some ideas? Tường Vi first, please.
I spend 1 hour to do physical.
We don't say spend to. What should we use? What should you use when you use the word spend? Spend to hay là spend on? Fix your sentence please.
I spend 1 hour on the physical exercise
And what?
and do homework.
You say that you spend, so spend thời gian on động cộng cho động từ thêm in, hiểu không? Spend thời gian on cộng cho động từ thêm in. Spend time on verb in. Như vậy I spend time, okay, I spend 2 hours on physical exercise and do hay là and doing?
And do.
Show me the whole sentence again please.
I spend 2 hours on physical exercise and doing homework.
And doing homework. What else? Why do you spend 2 hours on doing your homework? How much time do you usually spend on doing your homework at home? How much time do you usually spend on doing your homework at home?
I spend 1 hour on doing homework.
On the Show me more. What do you do to do your homework? Where do you sit to do your homework? And who do you do your homework with? What time do you start to do your homework? And what time do you finish doing your homework? You have to create a case. Don't answer so short like this. Do you understand? John, okay, please show me some ideas. Talk about your homework, please.
I spend 15 minutes on doing my homework. I always sit on the second floor to do my homework. I also doing my homework.
I also do
my homework with my little sister too. Sometimes
So-
I spend 20 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes you spend 20 minutes. So alright. So here then we show me the case again. Let's talk about doing homework and show me the case again, please.
I start at 7 a.m. and I finish my homework at 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 a.m. Then I go shopping with my mother.
Alright. Then you go shopping with your mother. Let's go again. Let's go with Thảo Ân, please. What do you do, okay, what do you do to finish your homework?
I finished homework at 7 o'clock. Then I go to ride a bike with my brother.
Then you go to ride a bike with your brother?
Yes.
You said you go to ride a bike with your brother. How much time do you spend on riding a bike with your brother? And where do you go riding a bike with your brother?
I ride a bike with my brother at the park.
How much time do you spend on riding a bike with your brother?
I spend 30 minutes on riding a bike with my brother.
30 minutes or 13 minutes?
30 minutes.
Alright guys, okay, so let's start. We have like 15 minutes to write. Let's go, okay, write, and please, okay, write a topic. And after you write, okay, please come home, take a picture, use the phone to take a picture of your paragraph and submit, okay, the paragraph on Zalo. Do you understand?
Yes.
Start to write. You have 15 minutes to write, and please look at the clock. It is 3 already. You have to finish writing at 3:15. and think about all the questions that I have asked you. You think about all the questions that I have asked you. Create a case to answer all the questions that I have already asked you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Rồi, bây giờ mình phải ngừng xíu.